If you're about to spend money on your front yard, stop. Half of what people buy is a complete waste. The other half is the smartest investment you can make in your home. I'm going to show you both. First, the 5 front yard features people regret within a year. The ones that look great in the store then sit in the yard looking sad and dated. Then I'll flip it. The 5 features that genuinely pay you back every year in beauty, in function, and in home value. Regret number 1 is in almost every front yard in America. And worth it number 5 returns more money than the other 4 combined. Let's start with the regrets. Part 1. The regrets. Regret 5. Oversized decorative boulders. We're starting with the smallest mistake on the list, and one of the most common. Oversized decorative boulders. Those big, fake-looking landscaping rocks people place to add interest. The problem? Almost nobody places them right. They sit on top of the lawn, exposed and awkward. Like somebody dropped a rock and forgot to bury it. They don't blend in. They don't anchor anything. And they're permanent. Once you have a 600-pound boulder in your yard, moving it is a nightmare. If you want stone in your yard, integrate it. Bury 1/3 below grade so it looks natural. Plant around it. Cluster 2 or 3 smaller stones instead of one big one, or skip it. A lonely boulder on an open lawn is the landscaping equivalent of a sad clearance bin purchase. That brings us to regret number 4, and this one's all over Pinterest. Regret 4, a big fancy water feature, a dramatic water feature in the front yard, fountain, pondless waterfall, bubbling rock with a pump. They look amazing in catalogs. In real life, they're a nightmare. Algae, mineral buildup, pump failures, mosquito breeding, leave clogging the basin every fall, freezing problems every winter, a pump that costs $400 to replace every 3 years. Most homeowners install one enthusiastically. By year 2, it's turned off. By year 3, it's a stagnant green eyesore dragging down the look of the yard. Water features can work, but they belong in the backyard where you live with them. In the front yard, they're high cost, high maintenance, low payoff. Skip the front yard water feature. Spend that money on the worth it list. Regret number 3 is one almost every homeowner installs at some point, and almost every homeowner regrets. Regrets 3. Cheap solar-powered. Anything solar-powered stake lights. Solar garden statues with glowing eyes. Solar fairy lights wrapped around the trees. I get the appeal. They're cheap, they're easy, no wiring. They charge themselves, but almost all of them fail within 1 year. The plastic yellows. The light is weak and blue. Half the batteries stop holding a charge. By the second winter, you're walking around pulling dead solar lights out of the ground. Cheap solar isn't an upgrade. It's a delayed embarrassment. It tells everyone you tried to shortcut your way to outdoor lighting. If you want lighting, do it once and do it right. We'll cover the alternative on the worth it side. That brings us to regret number 2, and this one's expensive. To regret number 2, trendy plants that won't survive your climate. This one hurts because homeowners do it with the best intentions. You see a beautiful plant on social media, a Japanese maple in a region too hot for it, a tropical palm in a state that gets frost, a hydrangea in a yard with 8 hours of harsh afternoon sun. You buy 3 of them, $200 each. You plant them with love. By summer's end, they're crispy and brown. By next spring, dead. You just spent $600 growing yard waste. The fix is simple, but ego-bruising. Stop buying what's trending. Buy what your climate, soil, and sun exposure can actually grow. Walk into your local nursery. Ask what thrives in your zip code. Buy those plants. A boring plant that lives is worth 10 times more than a beautiful plant that dies. And that brings us to regret number 1, the single biggest waste of money in front yard landscaping today. Regret 1, custom topiary and sculpted shrubs. A custom-shaped topiary. A spiral-cut juniper. A hedge sculpted into a sphere or pyramid. Anything that needs a pro to maintain every 2 months. This is the most expensive regret on the list. Topiary plants cost $300 to $1,000 each. The professional pruning to keep them shaped is another $200 to $400 per visit. Skip 1 season and the plant grows out of shape and never recovers. Within 2 or 3 years, almost every homeowner stops paying. The topiary grows shaggy and ends up worse than a regular shrub. You spent $2,000 on a plant that now drags down your curb appeal. The lesson? Don't buy plants that require a professional to maintain. Buy plants that look great with 1 annual trim. Now we're at the pivot. 5 regrets done. Time to flip it. So those are the 5 regrets. The boulders, the water feature, the cheap solar, the trending plants, the high-maintenance topiary. Now here's the better question. If you've got money to spend on your front yard, where should it actually go? I've narrowed it down to 5 upgrades that genuinely pay you back. They look better every year. They cost less than people think. And worth it number 5 is so high return, the data on it is almost unbelievable. If this video has been helpful so far, hit the like button for me. It really helps the channel. And stay with me. This is where it gets really useful. Let's do the worth it list. Part 2, Worth. Every penny. Number 1, Smart Permanent Edging. We're starting with the cheapest one, the one that punches way above its weight. A clean, permanent edge along your beds, walkways, and driveway. Not the wavy plastic strip, I mean real, permanent edging, steel, stone, or a deep-cut spade edge you redo every spring. The cost is small, $200 to $400 in materials. Or $20 for a half-moon edging tool if you do it yourself. The impact is enormous. A clean edge instantly makes a yard look professionally designed. And here's what nobody talks about. A defined edge reduces your maintenance time. The lawn doesn't creep into the beds. Mulch stays put. Mowing gets faster. Spend $200 here, and you'll see the difference for the next 20 years. Worth it number 2 costs more, but the return is even bigger. Number 2, a real front door upgrade. Your front door is the visual center of your home. Every photo puts it in the frame. Every buyer looks at it first. Upgrading it is one of the highest return moves in any home. If your door is in good shape, repaint it. Bold, intentional color, deep navy, forest green, charcoal, black, skip beige, $40 in paint and a Saturday afternoon. The value lift is up to $3,000. If your door is more than 15 years old, replace it. A fiberglass or steel door costs $1,500 to $4,000 installed. You get back 90% or more at resale. Upgrade the hardware too. New handle, new knocker. A clean welcome mat. Make the entry feel intentional. The single fastest way to make your home look 10 years newer. Worth it number 3 is one most homeowners completely overlook. Number 3, mature trees. Planted smart. Most homeowners buy the smallest tree because it's cheapest. That's a mistake. Buy the bigger tree. Plant one that's already 5 to 7 feet tall. Yes, it costs more, $600 to $1,200 instead of $40. But you skip 10 years of waiting. The data is striking. U.S. Forest Service studies show homes with mature trees sell for 3 to 15% more than identical homes without them. On a $400,000 home, that's $12,000 to $60,000 in added value. The catch is placement, at least 15 feet from the house. Away from sewer lines and driveways. Pick a species native to your area. Smart tree planting is the single best long-term investment you can make. The tree gets bigger. Your home value goes up. You barely do anything. Worth it number 4 transforms how your home looks at night. Number 4, real low voltage landscape lighting. Forget the cheap solar from the regret list. Real low voltage landscape lighting is one of the most dramatic front yard upgrades you can make. Properly placed lights make a house look high-end after dark. Up lights on the trees. Down lights on the walkway. A soft wash on the front facade. Cost $500 to $2,000 depending on fixtures. Home value return $1,500 to $4,000. The lighting pays for itself, plus profit the day you list. But the real value is something the data misses. A well-lit yard looks magical at night. Twilight listing photos sell homes faster. Neighbors notice. The whole street starts looking up to your house. Warm, white bulbs only. Hire an electrician if you're not comfortable. Do it once. Enjoy for 15 years. And now, worth it number 5. The single highest return front yard investment in 2026. Number 5. A hardscaped front entry. The most photographed, most evaluated part of any home for a buyer is the front entry. The porch, the steps, the columns, the space between your door and the curb. A hardscaped front entry is the highest return front yard investment you can make. A real porch upgrade. New stone or brick steps, clean column wraps, new porch flooring, modern railings, proper lighting, the entire approach redesigned. Cost $5,000 to $25,000 depending on scope. Home value lift $15,000 to $40,000 on a properly executed project. The highest absolute return in this video. A great front entry makes a 40-year-old home feel brand new. It makes a dated house the best looking one on the block. It pays you back with profit the moment you sell. If you only do one thing from this video, do this. So those are the 5 regrets. The boulders, the water feature, the cheap solar, the wrong climate plants, and the high-maintenance topiary, and the 5 worth every penny. Smart edging, a real front door, mature trees, real landscape lighting, and a hardscape front entry, starting from 0. Work from the cheap end. Edging first. Door next. Got real money? Jump to the front entry transformation. It returns more than every other item combined. If this video helped you, hit the like button. And if you haven't seen my video on the 10 worst front yard mistakes that are quietly killing your home value, that video is on the screen. Watch it next. See you there.